Hey kids, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, and I am experiencing mail day. I have just been sent this big old, wow, that flipped, big old pile of bulk from Decks and Dice, a viewer on the channel, a good correspondent. And yeah, I suppose today is a good day to talk a bit more about bulk, the bulk life, and just some of the benefits to purchasing bulk and having a large inventory of bulk. I know that a lot of financial minded people out there are going to scoff at the idea of bulk cards in any card game, really, buying, selling, or even holding on to it, not just throwing it out. But the fact of the matter is, if you are either just getting started and have a very small budget, or if you're playing the long game and you want to deal with volume of sales more than total sales numbers, bulk is a really good option, especially since as it's built into its nature, most bulk is very affordable. And I gotta say, before I continue with this video, I was pretty surprised when I opened up this box of bulk and took a look inside, because this is packaged really in a really interesting way. So it's the box itself, then everything's in a bag separated by layers of paper. I thought that was really creative. It helped keep everything nice and organized. So Decks and Dice, you do a really phenomenal job. And I'm just going through right now to make sure that there's nothing like damaged or torn up. I've only found like one dented card so far. But yeah, so while a lot of people scoff at bulk collections, bulk buying, bulk whatever, the fact of the matter is that having a large inventory, no matter the price of that, the individual cards in that inventory, can usually only be a good thing, assuming that you have the space to store it. Like, obviously having a huge inventory doesn't do you any good if you can't store it. But if you have the space for it, having a large inventory is usually pretty good. Is that a dent, or is it just part of the card? No, it's just part of the art. Because the markets for every TCG fluctuate. Some fluctuate more than others, but all of them move in some way up or down, and a lot of success can be made just capitalizing on the upward momentum of certain cards that were at one point or another bulk, or seen as bulk, or not yet appreciated by the wider collector slash player base. There's a lot of cards. Look at any Magic the Gathering price hike from the last 6 years. You'll see that there's plenty of cards that once upon a time were 25, 30 cent bulk cards that have suddenly, due to a inclusion in a new deck or a ban list change or whatever have you, suddenly they spike quite substantially. And this can happen to any card in any card game. And while I'm not going to tell you guys to go out and get 100 copies of every single bulk card from every card game ever, I am going to say that when bulk comes your way, don't look at it like an investment. Don't look at it like you're holding on to each card looking to make money. Instead, what you should look at it as is volume that can become expensive in the future with the right circumstances. You're trying to make money by selling cards for small percentage points of profit each time, a few pennies here, a few pennies there. And there's the chance that some of the cards you're stocking for the long term do end up being worth something someday. Whether or not you can capitalize on that, of course, is up to your skill and your luck, because I've had several opportunities. Shuko is the one that always gets to me. Like, I had plenty of Shukos, and they were all bought out right before the price spike. So, oops, I suppose is all I can say to that. But, I always love going through bulk, sorting bulk, and adding bulk to the inventory, and I kind of get it. I understand why people turn up their noses at the idea of bulk. I understand why they would ignore it entirely and just never give it a chance for the sake of those big high-ticket cards. Like, why buy $101 cards if you could buy a single $100 card? Well, for me, There's a lot of reasons. The biggest one, of course, is opportunity. There's, you know, if you buy 100 different $1 cards and only like 3 of those go up substantially, then you're making, you know, 3 cards worth of substantial gains. Depends, of course, on how much they go up, but you know, meanwhile, if that $100 card only goes up 5%, then you're only making the $5, which can seem like a lot, but it really isn't. And you know, there's a lot to consider from a bazillion different angles, but basically, there's a lot of reasons to like bulk. There's plenty of valid reasons to not want to deal with it too. I'm not going to try and sit here and argue that everybody should load up on bulk, but you know, if you have the space for it and you have the time and patience for it, you should strongly consider getting some bulk for your inventory. You know, do what I do. Just buy it from other stores in your area or online who are willing to sell it to you for your price, or just hit up Facebook Marketplace, hit up Craigslist, hit up eBay, buy bulk lots from there. Again, this is assuming that you have the space for it and the patience to sort through it. Don't suddenly buy 100,000 cards and then get surprised when 10,000 cards in you are sick of looking at them, because that will also happen. I'm not going to lie and say that going through this is going to be the most rewarding experience, especially if you've seen, oh, actually, here we go. Like, I think I've seen this card like 6 times already. You're going to get that a lot. You're going to see a lot of the same card when you're just sifting through this stuff. But yeah, that's really all I had for you kids today. I got this in and I wanted to talk about it. Picking up a new pile of bulk cards, no matter the game, always gets me thinking, you know, what's here that I think could be valuable? What's here that I think is just a neat little card to play in certain decks? Which ones do I think actually have really nice art? And other things to consider. But yeah, basically at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is don't discount bulk. Give it a chance. Give bulk a try, you know? And who knows, maybe you'll be like me and you find enjoyment in the volume sale game. And maybe you will be like my good buddy who thinks bulk is for idiots. Either or, really. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you for your time. Thank you. If you could, please like, share, and subscribe. All that jazz. I'm going to be here for, looks like another 20 to 30 minutes just sorting through this stuff. I ain't got anything else. Have a great day.